Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you rocking with Young Dolph, go ahead, put the Dolph emoji in the comment section. Like this video. Let me know where y'all from. Let's get right into a straight drop. He just appealed. He tried to appeal his case, and they turned around and gave him another 50 years. Basically, he already had too much stacked up against him. But the main reason is straight drop just found out that Cornelius Smith, Shondell Barnett, and all of the other dudes like Devin Burns, everybody that got locked up for Young Dolph, that they all just told on him, and they gave up more details on what he's been doing to, like, pretty much blame everything on him. And this is karma. If y'all think that everything that's happening to everybody that has something to do with setting up Young Dolph, if you think that's karma and that they're getting what they deserve, let me know right now, man. Because at the end of the day, now that Justin Johnson straight drop, he already got charged for it, and they already gave him basically like life, 100 years. So now that he tried to get out of that and try to find a way to basically not get charged with it, and they end up giving him more time, is because the dudes that told on him are basically trying to like get themselves out of that time. They want to lower their sentence, so they told on Justin Johnson. And now Justin Johnson, he's getting ready to tell on yogotti, because that's the only person that he could really give up that's more, that like might have did more allegedly. Now everything is alleged, but technically if straight drop was the one that did the hit, and he was the one that basically gave the final blow that took out Dolph, and that's why he's getting charged. That's why they throw him the book at him. The judge, they're not here to make, like, to try to hear their side of the story. The judge already has all the evidence. They know they set Dolph up, and they're making an example out of Justin Johnson, because he should have never even been out in the first place. It was the reason why they even have freed him to begin with, was the fact that, like, after everything had happened, he was young and everything, but they freed him because of the fact that they wasn't keeping a lot of people in at the time. Like, you understand, ever since 2020, they've been letting a lot of people get out. So he shot up the bowling alley, and he still was walking around, and that's why they knew that basically the feds and everything, they were letting Justin Johnson off the hook with a couple of things. So that's why Yogotti and Big Jook and Govan recruited him, because they felt like he wasn't gonna, if they let him get a pass with that one situation, then maybe they're not gonna go after him as crazy on this one too. They thought it was gonna be the same thing, but now it's all backfiring, because they all got caught red-handed, and this is their karma. They should have never even messed with Young Dolph. The fact that they set him up, and it's all on 4K footage. Like, now the feds, they got Yogotti's iCloud. They already got the text messages between him and Big Jook and Govan, trying to set the play up on who's paying who's sending the money to what. They have a paper trail of everybody, to where if they really wanted to, they could raid Yogotti right now and pretty much take him down and put a RICO on him for the Young Dolph. But the feds, the way that they work is that they're going to wait until they get Justin Johnson to tell on Yogotti, so that they want him to basically, they're waiting until Justin Johnson basically spills the beans and says that Yogotti and them was the ones that paid, because that's the only way that he's going to be able to get out of his sentence. Is if he's the shooter, then he's got to give up the guy who did the money for hire, the hit for hire, right? And so because of that, Yogotti is basically spooked right now. So he's been on the run. He's hiding out on Angela Simmons' different various real estate properties all over the country. And they've been going to Bali. They've been going to a lot of places, like making sure that if they do get taken down, like Diddy and all these other people like Dirk and all them, that it's going to be hard to find them. But in the meantime, Justin Johnson, he got his back against the wall, and he's looking at a life sentence plus another 50 years. So even if he gets probation or anything like that, parole, they still going to have another 50 years that he got to mandatorily serve 85% of. So with that being said, now he feel like he got to snitch and tell on Yogotti. And this is why, like, the whole loyalty in the streets and going by the street code, these dudes were the most, basically claiming to be the toughest dudes in the street, and that they 100% abide and go by the street code. But then as soon as they get caught for something, they so quick to cry and tell and snitch. And so that's why that whole, oh, I'm not going, we don't say nothing with this, it doesn't work. Doing a hit, getting paid for it, and being a street dude and getting caught, and you think you're going to be still loyal to them people who basically made you be a crash test dummy. Like, the fact that Justin Johnson was willing to crash out and try to do that to Dolph, all for clout and being able to sign the CMG. Basically, when you sign the CMG, all you really getting is a chain and Yogotti's old money that he had, like cash, that he got to get rid of. So while he's using you to clean that up, you really only getting the chain out of it. So Justin Johnson basically did the Dolph hit for a CMG chain that you could get for $1,000. And at the end of the day, none of this stuff is worth it. And that's why when Black Youngster, they asked him how come he don't hang around CMG no more, is because he says it ain't worth all the trouble of him losing his brothers, having cases on him from the last time Govan and Yogotti asked him to try to pull up on Dolph and do the 100 shots, and it didn't work. And he had to turn himself in to be able to get a chance to be able to walk again and be free. And so now Black Youngster left CMG. Moneybaggyo left CMG. He don't want to be a part of this. He don't want to be going down with the indictment with Yogotti because he's connected to them setting up Dolph. And Black Youngster, he said that the next time he comes to Memphis and he sees Yogotti and Moneybaggyo, that he's crashing out, that he says he doesn't care who helped him or anything like that. He lost the people in retaliation for them doing the Dolph hit, and they got revenge, and they like pretty much up the score and try to do an eye for an eye. So that's why Black Youngster's brothers got targeted and everything, because it was all connected through like the beef from Young Dolph, Yogotti, CMG, and PRE. Now, Key Glock has been sitting back looking at this whole thing and basically trying to convince everybody that he didn't tell Straight Drop the location. They're saying that Straight Drop and them got the location directly from people who was involved with the cookie shop. Now, they're looking at all the conversations on the phones, but the feds got the messages on iMessage saying that they sent the address and saying Dolph was going to be here or Dolph is here right now. And they were already in the neighborhood. They were right around the corner. Remember, they followed Young Dolph to the cookie shop. They already had tabs on Dolph. Like, they waited for Dolph. Like, Dolph came from the family's crib, the mansion. And they said they hadn't seen him in 2 days, and he was wearing that yellow shirt. When the people took a picture of him at the gas station, they didn't ask for no autograph. Why were they filming and recording Dolph and following him from place to place, but they're not dapping him up, they're not bumping his music, and they're not asking for a picture or autograph? It's like they spying on him, and that they low-key trying to keep close tabs on him and tail him around the city and basically follow him so that they can drop the location to somebody else. Because the dudes that was following Dolph, they weren't following Dolph in the getaway car that they used in Makitas. They followed Dolph with 3 to 4 different cars, and once they found out that he went to the gas station or he went to Makitas, they was telling him, Dolph at Chevron, Dolph at this, Dolph is a Arco, Dolph went to the cookie shop. And that's when they pulled up on him, because the cookie shop is in Yogotti's hood. And these dudes could have literally just came from meeting up with Big Jook and Govan and everything like that. And the feds, they know that they had to basically have somebody send them the money once the hit was done, and they had to have somebody go and confirm it and get the video like up close. That's why there were so many people outside of the cookie shop that, like, before even MPD showed up, it was a lot of people just all of a sudden out and about, and they all were recording phones but not helping Dolph. So at the end of the day, they already pretty much tried to have people on scene in case Dolph got away or to confirm it. And remember, at the end of the day, that Bentley truck was driving by Airways, And that all goes back to CMG because they gave that Bentley truck to Moneybagyo. It's the only one in Tennessee that's black with those same rims. And allegedly, a lot of people think that Yogotti was in there with Big Jook, his brother, and they had Black Youngster and Moneybagyo in the back seat. And that they only drove by Airways, by the cookie shop to see or to try to like see it all go down. And then literally minutes later, like Yogotti tries to go live on Instagram from the same street that Bentley truck was driving off of, because one thing about Airways and the cookie shop is right by the Memphis airport. So when Yogotti went live at the airport, he pretty much gave himself up and incriminated himself by showing that he was actually in the same neighborhood, maybe a mile away from where Dolph got hit up. And that's why all the indictments are coming down, the RICOs are coming down, and Justin Johnson is getting ready to tell on Yogotti and snitch on him so that he could get out of his jam. So let me know what y'all think about all this. And if y'all rocking with Young Dolph, let me know where y'all from and put the Dolph emoji in the comments. I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.